Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Harmonic TV, specifically the harmonic jungles. Today I will tell you about the Dorian mode. If you are enthusiastic about church modal scales, as I am, please keep on watching. If you are looking at the keys of your piano and play from C to C, you get the C major scale, right? And that goes also from A to A, which ends up creating a natural minor scale. But we also know that if we start from E to E, or basically any other note, you get to the church modal scales. So for example, D to D gives us the Dorian scale that we're going to talk about today. Okay, but how can we create these different modes if the ingredients are the same thing, being C, D, E, F, G, and so on? So it's just white keys, right? First is that you shouldn't look at them as individual pitches, as pitch by itself don't have any meaning in music, but actually their relation to each other is what creates the magic. And the second is that when we compose or produce, we create the color of the desired mode by using pitches, intervals, and chords that resemble the sound of the desired mode the most. Our desired mode today is Dorian. And of course, the most important ingredient is the root note, but I mean, that's already safe to say that we already know that. And we know that a Dorian scale is made up from having a minor scale with a raised sixth interval from the root. So a D minor scale can be turned into a Dorian scale by raising its sixth interval being the B flat. This raised pitch is our second most important ingredient to make this scale sound Dorian. So if you are writing a melody, make sure to include this pitch and the raised sixth interval a lot, as it's crucial to imply the sound color of the Dorian scale. Here, check out these examples. Oh, and also, by the way, if you have any pieces that you composed or produced, feel free to share it with me and fellow subscribers down in the comments below. Very curious to hear your works and thoughts. And also, now that we are talking about subscribers, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell dingy down there below. Thank you. Okay. As for chords, it is quite the same as when you are writing a melody. So basically, we need chords that resemble the sound of the scale the most. We call these chords primary chords. Now let's check some chords. If we make a triad on top of each note in the Dorian scale, naturally we end up with 7 chords, which includes the primaries and of course the secondaries. And if you want to learn more about the primary, secondary stuff that I'm talking about, I have another video. I'll put the link down below. You can check it out. Okay, now that we have our chords, our goal is to find the chords that are resembling the scale the most. And the best way to find them is to find the chords that has our distinctive pitch of B natural. So then it would be E minor and G major chord. Of course, also D minor being the root note is also important, which is also a primary chord. And you might say B diminished chord also has B natural in it. And you're right, but since it is a diminished color and it has a very powerful tendency to solve to a C major triad, we kind of avoid it for now. We want to keep the sound of our chords floaty and not sounding strictly like classical harmony. Also, other than the 3 chords that we talked about, the rest are secondary chords and are used to create extra color and or tension. And to sum it up, the chords built on the 1st, 2nd, and 4th degree are primary, 3, 5, 6 are secondary. And each mode have its own primary and secondary chords. Alright, so how about them smooth 7th chords? We can also use 7 chords, but the important thing is to be aware of are diminished intervals in 7th chords. So for example, the chords D minor 7th and E minor 7th will sound quite smooth as 7 chords in the Dorian scale. But the G dominant 7th chord should be strictly avoided as it will disrupt the modal sound color and it will create a tendency to a C major scale. Now let's hear some chord progression examples with these chords. Bigger chords are also possible. For example, the A minor triad by itself is in the category of secondaries. But as a 9th chord, omitting the 3rd can sound really smooth. In the next video, I will be talking about the Phrygian scale. And if that tickles your bones, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell dingy so you don't miss out on future videos. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and also, well, I asked already, subscribe. And till next time, Homayun out.